All right, hello everybody. In the mood, I continue to be in the mood for Eternal here after some Eternal a couple days back. Want to keep doing some more drafts today. Plan on doing another pair again here, and we'll see how those go for us. Yeah. Think I have everything solved on the Waystone, so we've got that up and running, which should be great. Anyway, figure we can just jump right on in. See what we get to start with today. Anything outstanding? Thunder Giant's real expensive. Corrupted Umbran's real good. Thunder Giant's 8. Like, oh, that is so expensive. I can transfer a little bit. It's okay if you have a little bit more of the Wisp stuff going on. I don't know if I'd want to pick it first, though. I'd want to have that Wisp stuff first, rather than, like, pick it and then hope to find, like, the things that make it deadly or whatever. Corrupted Umbran, I think, is the strongest card in here. Yeah. Thunder Giant's just too expensive. Corrupted Umbran is a beating and a half with any sort of additional power whatsoever, and the 4 toughness is very huge. So we'll go that way. Okay. As long as you control a creature with endurance. Lethrai Darkstalker. Alright, I actually like that idea as well. Like, Lethrai Darkstalker is one of the night cards I like, and it puts me in, like, a Felm thing. Oh, it's working. That's good to hear next time around. You can turn it off if you don't want it on. There's, like, a little button to turn it off, but it lets you hover and read cards. So, it's not a part of the actual stream itself. The recording does not have it. It's a thing on the stream, so. Fiery Fisher is also really good. I think it's these 3. I don't know, like, this is a little early to pick up on Longhorn Treasurer. The reason I would want to pick up Longhorn Treasurer is actually that I like the color combo more. Like, Longhorn Treasurer would allow me to, in Pack 2, pick up things like the Valkyrie, Slay, Knight of you're winning this game because you have a 6/6 with lifelink. Things like that, whereas, like, I'm not such a huge fan of what Lethrai Darkstalker brings to the table, color-wise. It's good, though. Cerso's Choice, Clinger for Cull. Probably pick up Cull. This is a very filler card, but I do want Shadow. This isn't enough for me to want Justice. There's nothing in here that's enough of the, enough for me to, like, jump ship. These are alright big creatures, but again, that's not what makes... Okay, we're seeing a lot of time making its way around. I'll have to keep that in mind here. Things like Mistress of Light, things like, Wormstone. Cut Ties, though, and Saddle Up. Saddle Up's good, too. Cut Ties is just, like, we get things done. And Shadow looks to be the color I am, like, certainly in, rather than the color I am, like, sort of in. Spore Breath is another one of these, like, good, like, pretty good removal spells. It gets better as the game goes on. Sometimes it can be a dead card in your hand, but generally if it's a dead card in your hand, like, that means you're either winning the board or it's turn 2. Peacekeeper's Helm is real. Reinforced Baton is real. Lethrai Blade Whirl is actually really real. And Lockhorns, I think, is more real after it went to 1 instead of 2. Alright, let's pick up that Blade Whirl. As I said, pretty real. Ooh, alright. I'm gonna try this. So, Living Examples double time these days, meaning it's a lot harder to get down, but we've seen enough of this open that I'm willing to kind of... Ooh, okay. Master at Arms. Well, alright, I guess I'm hedging bets. And hedging this way is working well. Okay. A Crest of Cunning, not a Seal of Cunning. That's always good. Those are always strong things. Auric Sentry and Bright Mace Paladin are cards I'm 100% wanting in my deck. Auric Sentry has the power of making Longhorn Treasurer bigger. Bright Mace Paladin works with the Master at Arms. to make for a really aggressive lifelinker. But they both go well. Corrupted Umbreon, yes, yes. The Corrupted Umbreon does not actually act as a tank, and rather is an offensive Pokemon. Arc Sentry versus Bright Mace. I like them both a lot. I'm gonna go and pick up the Arc Sentry. Let's choice nothing. Well, Slasher, we don't really have any life gain in here. Can pick up that shield. I'm always okay with the shield. More sources makes the Longhorn better. Remember, Thirster's the same here. We don't really have lifelink, so... Yo! How you doing? We had a Sheriff last time, and that thing's real strong. Welcome back, Sheriff. Strength of Many is a combat trick I'm well willing to have. Oh, Throne Warden. How's Humble Instructor look? Arc Sentry. Corrupted Umbreon. Stalwart Shield hands things off. Throne Warden's such a good card because it's really hard to deal with. Like, 4/4 is big enough on the ground that it stuffs anything that isn't, like, hyperweight class or buffed in some way, and A just means it ain't dying. Humble Instructor gives us something to do, like, to pump our Sentries. Generally, our lifelinkers get better. I'm gonna go with the Instructor and kind of lean towards it. Let's get a Wisp going. That gives us something on 2. Ooh, and here's some units that work really well with the Humble Instructor. We'll go with the Lifesteal. I think this one, again, we have the Longhorn Treasure, so it's a little better for us. Sure. Tinker's fine. Sleeping Draw. Here, I have a Tinker. I'll take a Rebuke. Okay, pack 3. Oh, look, it's a useless card. Rapid Shot and Battlefield Scavenger. We have 1 Valkyrie at the Mo. So that's a 1/3 with Warcry. And Rapid Shot is one of the best tricks that exists in the game of Eternal. I believe that comes to Rapid Shot, sadly. I like Battlefield Scavenger. It's a good card. Like, I'll play the Warcry Minotaur that doesn't have any text that goes with it, and that's, like, it with additional text. Yeah, Master's Lesson is really goddamn bad. We go with the Rapid Shot. Devastating Setback. Oh, there's Rooftop Vigilante. So Devastating Setback, though, is a Wrath of God, or like, you know, a mini Wrath. It's a Pyroclasm. And limited. We also have Rooftop Vigilante, which works very well on its own, is a Humble Instructor target, and with the Recano Sheriff, we can hand off Deadly on top of all our other things. That is tough. Like, having a sweeper is like an unexpected value, but Rooftop Vigilante is one of the cards that I picked this combination to play, because it's so far above what else you usually get on 3. Being a... Like, I'll play a 2/2 flyer, no text. This has a point of toughness, Warcry, and an additional set of handing off Deadly. God. Yeah, this is... Each unit gets -2/-2. It's Infest. Doesn't kill a lot of our stuff. It kills some, like the Masters, but... No, it's not one-sided. It's an Infest. I mean, as Infest is. So... I'm gonna go with the Valkyrie. Ooh, these are all good. So, Crown Watch Paladin is one of our really good 2s that holds things real well. It gets Humble Instructed. Nightfall is strong removal. Xenon Destroyer is one of our better attackers. Can get Humble Instructed. Works well with things like Rapid Shot. Works well with things like Master at Arms. How are we doing on removal? It's 2 Spore Breaths, the Cut Ties, and then like a couple combat tricks. Let's get low. Okay. I think I'm okay playing the Loyal Watchwing. I don't think we're going to be splashing for that. Extinguish and Rapid Shot number 2. I believe in Rapid Shot more than I believe in Extinguish, and I realize that's kind of a funky one, but you'll have to trust me on this. God, that's a 3rd Desert Marshal? Fine. Sure, pick up Eileen's Choice, and I guess either of these are playable in our deck, so... Alright. Iron Fist Archon. Oh, I'm not a huge fan of Iron Fist Archon. It's probably the pick here still. That ability is so goddamn expensive. But the problem is it's better than almost every other card in here. Like, Valve Armment's no good. Crown Watch Recruiter's quite poor. We already have a Blade Whirl, and I don't really want to overstock on those. I guess. Downfall Dog. Ooh, no, another Corrupted Umbra, and that's actually better. Hello, no. Probably get the helmet here. Hey, thank you. How'd the Minotaur Maze end up? I think we pick up the Peacekeeper's Helm, that's fine. I don't want Spiteling, I don't want Warrant Officer. Those are 2 cards I just don't want to be casting. Frontier Bard's nice. Nothing in here, so you're great. Again, what a time. Sharpen Reflexes. Back Alley Delinquent, though. I'll pick up that Delinquent. I like that card a lot. Canary. Ooh, late Herbalist again. That's real nice stuff. Sure, I'll take that. Lockhorns, and then we're kind of setting this up. Okay, so we're in Argenport, which is fine. That's kind of a place I like to be. Like the Double Mastered Arms. Sheriff. I think we win long games. Old Dark Wisp, Rapid Shots. I don't actually know if I want that Banished Umbran. Corrupted Umbran, though. And then the Rooftop Vigilante. Put that in for the moment. Alright. So let's head over on this way and take a look. We've got a 32 card deck, 1 power, so 31 card deck. We need to make 4 cuts. We have Rakano Sheriff, and the Archon is sort of monosyncs, so we're not too hard up for things. Humble Instructor seems to be really important. How much filler? Like, am I willing to play those 2 Dark Wisps just as filler? Do those want to get out of here? Like, one of the Canaries are fine. Maybe one of the Crown Watch Legionnaire. I don't know if that's a card I need 3 of. And the Lingering Influence is also a power, so that's probably fine to play 17. I might want to go to 18, though. Loyal Watchwing is, like, kind of below the curve. It's good with the Humble Instructor, but that's about it. I like the card, I just want more, like, things to put on, and we don't have a lot. But then again, I'm playing the Canary as well, which is just an 0-4 flying wall. Like, this is here for, like, Lithrai, Blade Whirl, Rakano Sheriff, some hats. Maybe that's not needed? $16. 15 units. I kind of want that to be more, don't I? It's 1 in 3. I want Humble Instructor almost every game with this deck. It's very good with the Corrupted Umbra. It's very good with a lot of things here. All right, let's roll with this. Add some power. 10 and 8. Sure, we have the Corrupted Umbrans that are double. We have a whole lot of justice that needs us here. All right, let's give it a whirl. Place your bets. How do you feel this one's gonna be going? I don't feel this one's as strong as the drafts we had on Wednesday. I feel like we have just kind of a lot of middle of the road cards. The Sheriff is our top as far as like power is concerned. We have good tricks. I like having good tricks. End of the day, I feel like creatures plus good tricks can get you anywhere. So, well, 1 land can't get you anywhere, so we're gonna go ahead and take the mole. Yikes! Alright, really need to use that shadow then for this hand to be anywhere. It's like shadow, we can call the deck. Might just be taking the one of those early mulligan loss games. That's fine, get that one out of the way now. Things can be better later. Opponent sure as hell doesn't have any pressure. It is turn 5, and they have yet to make their first play.
I wanted a challenge.
Alright, let's go back alley, discard my 6-drop. Give me a sabotage, what's up? Oh, yeah, get rid of that pistol. Goodbye. We don't need that. We don't need a 8 power or whatever thing there.
Dance with me.
Close. Okay, we're gonna call for a... alright. I don't know. We have to decide which one of those we want. Gonna use the worst of the 2 pump spells there. Then they're gonna pick it right back. Oh no, they got Tribute on, alright.
Another life claimed. I stand ready.
Alright. So, yep, there's that Dark Return we know about. I'm gonna pick that back up, replay it as a 6/3 that hands off 3 power. Can make some blocks. They might have a cut ties here or something like that they're just looking at. Like, that'd be more straightforward, just play the cut ties and move along.
Dance with me.
That's got to be going on there. Yeah. So here we go ahead and make our trade. We are slowly trying to get back into this.
Don't even think about it.
Okay, go to 1. That's good.
Another life.
Oh, one of those Umbrans. Ooh, a Steward. Alright. Too little, too late. Like, this one feels like we did have a shot, but it escaped from us on the 3rd turn that we failed to draw a land. Because our recovery here looks pretty nice. It's just not enough. Alright. Moving along. Thank you, Numbit, for the sub. Please enjoy your skull. Let's move along to our next game. Hopefully we can see a slightly better start out of us. Might have wanted those wisps, and I mean, in that game, that's not a relevant thing, but I'm sitting here thinking of the deck, and the wisps actually might be worth it as bodies. And we have cards that I actually don't want that are... Because I want bodies in the yard, the more I think about it. So I think I actually am going to get rid of Lingering Influence, and... I'm going to go with a Watchwing. Okay. Just some thoughts as I was going around there. I need to, like, because the thought there is actually the Spore Breaths. I want those to be on, and dark. The little wisps are a nice way of making that happen. Like, obviously, that has nothing to do with the last game we played. That's more, like, thoughts I had. Hey, Argenblack. Yeah, indeed. Like, when you're playing a game with a resource system like this, there just are no matter how you set up your system, there are going to be a number of games, unless you're like, when you set up a resource system like this where you have to include the resource cards in your deck, you're always going to run into this issue as like an X percentage of games are just dead games due to it. I've seen a couple games that try to avoid this. The WoW TCG allowed you to play any card from your hand face down as land. Spoils, I think, was the same way. And then there's a number of other cards that do that. I want to say Duel Masters does the same thing. Call of Cthulhu, the old LCG/CCG, does do the same thing where you play cards from your hand as your resources rather than something else. All right, there's the auto mulligan. Damn, that's a real nice looking hand too. I mean, it's sort of obviously. When you have a 7-card hand that doesn't have power, your hands tend to look a lot better. All right. Would really like to draw a Justice so I can get this Corn Watch going. Yeah, Mantl's Dredge and Charbelcher have the hiccups as well, certainly. Oh, dear. So those are 5-drops? Those are 5 mana 7/7s in their hand now, and they've got a pair of them. So here again, we have another opponent that is just not making any early plays that anything we could drop down would be a huge benefit to us. Yeah, WoW TCG, you could play any card in your hand face down as land, but you had quests that were land that you could play like face up, and then you could do things with it. I remember from competitive decks, like they played like 4x of one quest because it wasn't worth including a card that was dead later in the game that you couldn't just cast when you drew it, because drawing a land late game was very punishing. I don't care about Cull the Deck here.
Defend the throne!
The WoW TCG also was very close to Hearts. Okay, so this is going to be Worms for 2 turns. Right? Like, that's going to be our issue, is that our opponent's going to be playing 7/7s back-to-back. I do not know of a play our opponent could make that would be better than just dropping a 7/7 right now. That said, I don't know what our answer to 7/7s are. Get the game back in night, I suppose. I can cut ties, one of them. Can I kill the other in combat somehow?
Hold them off!
Looks that way. So the problem about killing both these 7/7s with our cards is that both of the 7/7s were generated basically as a single unit. Yo-ho-ho-ho, we are, oh dear. Okay, sure. We got a couple problems. Thankfully, we get to do a little bit of clearing. Not a lot, but a little. So that Spore Breath is worth 3 at the moment. We can cut ties that, but I think I want to get this Umbran down.
The corruption spreads.
Oh, real Echo cards. Oh, dear. Wonder how bad that is. Hopefully that's just some flyers. It's 2-1 flyers or something like that would be a useful outcome for this. Sure, Sandworm the next. Alright, so we get to cut ties. Honestly, I might just Stalwart Shield here and get in. Because that would give me a 6/9, very nice double strike. Do I want to double get in is the question. I think at this point I do. Let's give him the Deadly Doubler. So yeah, we get to kill one of these again. And then next turn, when they go... Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. On the plus side, get out of here.
Take it. It's yours.
So our frog currently just has endurance. We don't have a doubler. However, Rakano's Sheriff gets real big real quick. One more power off the top is a play activate. Without the play activate, it's still a 5/5. Our opponent has a lot of hand, though. We have an unknown echoed card. As long as it's not goddamn, like, Thunderstrike. Okay, it's just Terex. So, we have play activate. That's good.
Don't even think about it.
I think we're going to play activate on our frog, because that allows an attack. And our opponent actually has a life total problem. They are at 11.
A world to build.
Make no sound.
What's our 1/1 do? Exhaust it to hand off, +1/+1 to a thing with 2 battle skills. Okay, so if they don't block the 7/7, they die. That's the entire point of this play, is to try to incentivize that line. Sweet! Ka-crunch! We actually beat down all those 7/7s. I feel very powerful for being able to navigate out of that. Hello, Mastazon. Glad you can make it. I'm glad we got to beat down with the Hella Frog. Got a Yushkov, which is a pretty useful card. But hear tell that people are trying to play that thing with the Permafrost Everything Dragon. Rhyme something? They were dead regardless. Yeah, they were dead regardless tonight. You are correct. They needed to make that. The reason I made that attack like that is because I was trying to incentivize like 4-4 on the 3-5, 2-2 on the 3-3, let 7 through, and then try to kill me back. But, which is why I pre-combated the Wisp. The Wisp would be +1/+1 to my pump spell. And also would make it look a little bit more like, you don't have as many resources. Rhyme scale Draconis, thank you. I knew the rhyme, and that's the only thing. Alright. Time to battle. Oh yeah, I'll take this. This looks real sweet. Treasure with a life. Like, yeah. That's gonna be getting going real fast. Also, I don't really want a mulligan a hand that has multiple factions duel up. Duel up. Hey, Mike. Speaking of dual faction, our opponent is hell in it. Oh, heck. That's real nice. We can get some real lifesteal going later in this game. Okay, Rusty. That's a 2-4? I thought that was a 1-4 way back. Damn.
No place safer than the Auric Bank.
Okay, our opponent has the aggression going. They have a lot of primal influence and just nothing to really do with it. Interesting.
My dragons flee!
Okay.
Hold them off!
Let's get in there. The beatdown begins, and we have a lot of rapid shots to back this up. I don't think I want to get in combat with this opponent. I don't want to lose my endurance unit. I mean, I can heal back 9, so, like, you know, taking any damage here is not too bad. I can just heal most of it back. They might have to, like, Fiery Fissure or gun down my... Yeah. Wow, they had to post-combat that. Okay, this is a lot awkward now, because we don't have any, like... We don't have enough grave yet. Opponent has a lot of cards in hand. Was thinking about defensive rapid shot there. Okay, spark stun. That might have been fine to try now that I'm thinking about. Ooh, Lethrai. Kind of like that.
Dance with me.
That's a good defender. Okay, again, our opponent, like... I really should have. I think our opponent's been making way too much use out of this card, and getting it off the table would be beneficial to me. Okay, you got like a trick. Alright. Clearing off some board. A card, which is...
For Queen and Clan!
Let's turn that off. Ah, that's gonna put me to 1. Because that's gonna exhaust my blocker here. So I go to 1. I think I need to draw some sort of... I want Berserker Umbran, or Corrupted Umbran here. Where's my Umbreon? Might just be dead, too. Surprised they didn't... Hey, Corrupted Umbreon, alright.
Corruption spreads.
Feeling good. Now, is that going to be enough to keep me alive? Do they have a way around it? Are they going to exhaust it?
It'll get the job
Ooh,
done,
the market.
guaranteed.
Do they have a mind flare in their market? If they can't kill me right now... Oh, I'm going to feel real good right now. Sup? Ka-crunch! And then the second hit has to be blocked. Ka-crunch!
I stand ready.
Okay, cool. I'm back to 23. Nah, double strike is like 2 combat steps in this. Yosh. Let's... Rebuke. Our opponent's got to think real deeply. Okay, so we get to go ahead and play our Strength of Many, which allows us to beat this in combat. Again, now we're at 30. Our opponent's board is near Ooh, an echoed card. It's got to be mono blue. Just a Yeti Wumpus? Maybe just a Yeti Wumpus? Or the Echo 3-2? The worst case is Dargon. What's their Justice for? Their Justice was just on a duel. They might be playing a Scout. They might just not have Justice. Because I would play that over a Fire Sigil. Alright, opponent's at 9. Again, literally the worst thing I think our opponent could throw down would be Echo Dragon. The 5/6 triple primal flying. Unstable's another option. Herald's Song, the one that's like draw a card, discard a card, is another option. That feels nice. That's like the anti-trick. Okay, opponent's down to 5. Wasn't Dark because they would have slammed it, sure. Certainly. Agreed. They still on unstable? Alright, victory is assured. Thank you, deck, for showing me the Corrupted Umbran when I asked for it. I don't get to usually use my powers in that way, but... Umbran seems way too good, but it might have just been our hand. Corrupted Umbran I want to call the best Shadow Common in set 4. Close to being the best common in that set. If Changey Stick didn't exist, I would call it. Change Steak. Indeed, it's a common. Alright, the Lord. Lord of Lords. Get out of here. Stop that. Felt close to a best case scenario, but the card's... Yeah. One of the things about the card is that a lot of the units in Limited here are like small time, you know, small game. We got like 3/3s are sort of a... 2/2s and 3/3s are sort of normal. And this is why I put those wisps in the deck, is literally this sort of stuff, because I don't want to be... Alright, Cole, please, save me.
How can I serve?
Ooh, I think I'm going to discard one of my Spore Breaths.
What are you gonna do about it?
So that turns us into a Duress. Let's Duress our opponent's hand. Finest Hour, Gun Down, Peacekeeper's Helm, huh? With our opponent's board... Helm or Finest Hour, I think, are the two I want off this table. So they only can have max 2 power in hand. Okay, we know 2 of their cards. They've got Helm, they've got Gun Down. You can't gun this down. It's got Quick Draw.
Be redeemed.
That's scary. So, me saying that's scary. They have a hat, and the hat that they have in their hand gives plus power, which means that they can have that, like, legitimately on.
You can do this.
Okay, we know 2 cards in their hand still. They still have the Gun Down, they still have the hat. Ah, they're gonna go get a Sigil, so to make their next turn powerful. It's a good line. I like it. That means that their next turn they can silence and stun something. Sadly, I didn't have... If I had my 5th land, I could just slam it right back at them. If they go for a Gun Down, we can counter it. Yeah, Mike. With anti-Gun Down. Which basically I would only do if they were on Master of Arms. Let's see what they got. So they got their Sigil. We know they have a Sigil. They played the wrong Sigil. Ooh, information gained. Check it out. Sure. Alright, so we're gonna just take this down because we get the card replaced. And I want that lifelinker off the board. Okay. Kind of want to wait on this hat. I want to use the hat on the thing that they play that's real and not just a 3/3. Sure.
You can feel them beneath the stone.
It's not super real, but it gets rid of that infiltrate. We can start getting damage through. And the best play is like gunning down a 2/2. Alright, let's make a knight. Would like to draw a sheriff, as I think I would like to draw almost all the time. They've got a gun down, that's their whole turn. They can't use it to kill our most powerful creature, which is basically why I feel safe in our board state.
Let me see what I can do with it.
Sure, flyer. More get your guns on. We got anti-gun down. I don't think there's anything to do here. I'd block and kill that 3/3 if that happened.
Your sword, Jito.
Sure. Let's do this and get some creatures in the yard. Is actually the main reason for this. We want more creatures in the yard so that we can stop that flyer. Yeah, okay. If only we had some sort of card that -2/-2'd our entire opponent's board. That'd be certainly a game changer, would it not?
Defend the throne!
Okay. More Grenadin. Both of my units are immune to the gun down. That's an incredible pain. Okay, major issues. So we got a 5. I kind of need to draw something live. Let's... I think our opponent just beats us with an all-out, if they notice it. That is the noticed. Alright. Alright, let's see if we can get this up to 3 and 3. That is the other side of the coin, sadly. Felt pretty good. The game was in, like, a decent control. Like, we were in a stable board state for a while. The problem was, effectively, the post-turn 5, like, game state, where our opponent was able to continuously make forward action plays, whereas our draws were, like, Rapid Shot and 4 Sigils. Which, like, Rapid Shot is great if we're already on the offensive, which we weren't at that point. So, the rush down. Anyway, on to the next one. Let's see if we can keep this rolling. I'm always going to be confident in combat tricks plus creatures. Like, that's going to be a... That's a deck that will work until the end of time. In this game, it's hard to find a limited format where that is, you know, not what you want to be doing. Death Arasta. How many of these have we seen? Is this like 4? Get out of here. Okay. That's reasonable. I accept. Now, the best draw would be Cornwatch off the top, but, like, just going Dark Wisp and then, like, Master of Arms onto Dark Wisp is fine by me. Like, that's enough of a board presence that we can move forward with it.
The spirits
Okay.
speak it so.
It's kind of a slow play. They passed on the,
You can do this.
draw there. Let's go ahead and get in. They must like their hand. I do want to back alley delinquent it then, if their hand is that likable.
These markings, I've seen them before.
Okay. Let's make some really obvious attacks.
What are you gonna do about it?
So we discard our sigil, and then check our opponent's hand out. Slay, Entrapment, Downpour. They're off a lot here, actually. I guess I want to get rid of Entrapment, because Downpour doesn't affect my board, and Slay is 2 off. Like, they don't have the influence for Slay. Okay, so now they would have had entrapment online, which is good they don't. Their hand right now is a downpour, a slay, and 2 unknowns. Hopefully we'll get to learn a little bit more. No, they are drawn deep. I guess that's the fair discard for it. Alright, let's... move along. This thing does not exhaust for that either. Nice. I can go straight to the bottom. There's their Slay mana. So they do have Slay to be able to take out my 2/2 here.
You can do this.
That's danger mode. Because they still get the Slay on that. Nice. I'll be happy if they use the Slay here because we do have a tinkered threat coming up. And our opponent knows that. They know there's a tinkered threat coming up. So they can Slay here, but like that could be incorrect. Because I might draw into like a +2/+2 sheriff. Then yep, there's the sort of reason that you would want to
I've got a clear shot from here.
Oh, what's their trick? Do they have another one back at me? Alright. So that means they get to slay my flyer, still be aggressive. Well played.
I stand ready.
Alright. It's up to 6. Again, they're on sort of the splash scenario. Cut ties works for
Don't go
there.
flying off
Ah, that's danger mode. Please block with the 2/4. Oh, that is best case. Uh-oh. Unstable form. Again, the whole thing I've mentioned. Echo Dragon, unstable form.
For those we've lost.
Lots of things of that nature. Now, the hope here is I want them to attack with that 5/5 so I can start cracking back.
You can do this.
Defend the throne!
A lot of cards in hand we're trying to work around. Echoed card. Opponent's on 5. The reason I'm happy with that is that that makes like one of our pump spells like a lethal threat if we can get through with any creature. Like, rapid shot on anyone right now is lethal. I guess our main issue, as it were, is that, well, our opponent can't also be aggressive here. They don't really have the ability to be too aggressive with that 5/5.
For those we've lost.
That card wasn't echoed, right? Like, that was just... Alright. Just got a lot of them. Okay. There it is, unstable.
You've run far enough.
Hey, Marshall. How you doing? I want them to be conservative here. The longer they play conservatively, the longer our game functions. Now here, like, one of the things I could do is pumping up my RX Sentry to give me 5 attackers and a much wider threat range. I can also pump up, like, my one of these units and force a trade. That feels a little less useful. I think I want to pump to go wide here. I realize that doesn't have a lot going on. Like, it's like, oh, that's a play that just puts something on the board and passes. But the thing is that it now makes, like, a number of my draws extremely lethal threats, and I like having a 5-power unit on the board. Okay, discard that to draw 2. That's pretty good. Okay, 3rd power, which is actually 4th power, because... Oh, we have a clock, don't we? Yeah, I suppose we lose this game in 4 turns. Sure. Please, please do. Okay, this kind of overcommitment is how we can open up. They might have lethal on us. They might have, like, giant growth plus rapid shot, but they don't, like, strike me as a player who has those cards. The thing is here, like, if I draw into a rapid shot just all out, I don't think there's a way they can win. Is that good enough? No, because we don't have 6 power. Heck. It would be good enough, but we don't have a 6 power because I, discarded a 6 power a mile ago. Not that that was incorrect. We needed the duress to be able to get our entrapment out of our opponent's hand, or we would have no chance of winning anyhow. If our opponent was still holding entrapment, yeah, we weren't winning from that point either. Can I afford to wait 1 turn? This is clearly goading me to attack all out. Do you still win? The thing is, I'm pretty certain the answer is no, right? Like, this is a really obvious trap. Our opponent is generally able to count, right? Like, I don't think that they would leave back just enough blockers to leave themselves dead. On the other hand, I don't think we can wait this out. So let's see what their trick is. I feel certain they have another trick. It's probably another entrapment, and that they can kill our 5/2 with. But we kind of have to force it, because if, like... I don't believe that playing passively wins us this game anymore. So yeah, now they have a lethal attack, 3, 2, 1, and we are gone. Oh, okay. We were actually dead no matter what on the next turn because of 7 points of flying damage. Alright, good to know. Opponent had a slow start, and we had a decently one, but they were able to recover. Alright, let's go ahead and take our prizes and move on to draft 2. Yep. I'll take that free win, thank you very much. But yeah, again, as I mentioned, I think that deck was a little less than what we had last time, which is fine. I like this card. It's a good looter. It's one of the only good looters I like, because it gets 2 turns of it. And then there's the biggest buster in the world. Alright, moving on to draft 2. Ooh. Okay. Talking about a direction. So, you notice that I go Jund a lot. This is a card that immediately pulls me in a different direction. Dusk Raider is a constructed all-star. Seeing play in a number of, like, Scream-style decks, a number of aggressive decks in those colors. Handing off Berserk turns out really goddamn strong. Berserk is a really nice double strike effect, so I think Dusk Raider, Living Example is another card I could feel just fine picking up and see if we can go big, but I like Dusk Raider more. I think that Inspire's worth a little bit more, and the Nightfall's not bad. Like, okay, I'm generally not a fan of Nightfall. It works better on this card because you're trying to break the balance of it. Like, they draw 2, you draw 2. But if your 2 cards are just better because they have Berserk, like, you're trying to break the balance of that mechanic. So, not a big fan of it. Like, you know, it's not huge for me. Last Rites is real bad. Gift of Battle to hand off Berserk. I could pick up Caretaker. Our Ruination Sledge or Welding Torch. These are all cards that work well on Berserked units. We could see if the Sky Crag, if the Aggro Crag is open to us. Both of these are strong. I think the Torch is the one that, like, in the abstract is the one that is higher pick, but I think the Sledge is more the speed of what I want to be doing with Dusk Raider. So let's see where that leads. We can pick up the Flang Fang. The Flang Fang. There's also a Cabal Standard here. Good card. Noted good card. Becomes a double rapid shot. But Flame Fang Charmer can get real. The draw works with Dusk Raider. Fiery Fissures, real removal. We're seeing that we're seeing that Primal is nearly gone here. I think I'm okay picking up a Fissure, though. Hey! Talking about Primal cards. Again, this does not exhaust to do its job. That's maybe the biggest thing about it. So I'm well in that. More Fiery Fissure. I think that'll work fine. Gift of Battle. Portent Reader. Another Ruination Sledge. Alright, let's get the weapons good. Only Eulogist. I don't know if I want 3rd Fiery Fissure at the Mo, because I kind of want some... I mean, it is fiery. Also, this is a late Wisp. Just gonna note that. Heck, same with the Saddle Up. Saddle Up is a way higher pick card than I would expect here. I don't like the Eulogist at the end of the day. How many Fiery Fissures can I play before I'm unhappy with it? 2. Now, here's a card I'm very happy with. Clearly, it doesn't work with the Dusk Raider, but discard to make a temper, and then we can discard the temper to draw 2 cards. Like, we got decent combos there. What's this Shargu? When Ashara attacks with exactly one other unit, she gets rapid shot cast, and then she kills the other unit. Okay. Sky Snapper, though. When we're talking Aggro Crag, Sky Snapper plus Dusk Raider or Ruination Sledges, kind of the way I want to be is what I'm thinking. Violent Gust is a card I'm also completely willing to be playing, but I think this is pretty dang real. Polymorph, real removal. Hey, Dawnwalker, how you doing? Organ Fanatic. I think Polymorph's real removal we can depend on. Same with Acolyte wouldn't be too bad. Jotun Cyclops, again, another good Berserk target. A lot of Shadow in here that I like. Dark Written. Burnout. Hey, Onironi. This is Prado. Hey, how you doing, Onironi? If we're gonna be aggressive, that's kind of a card I want. Twilight Hermit. Start your turn at night. Becomes a 5/3 with a Reckless. Yeti Snow Slinger's fine. Aerial Ace actually might be the way to go here. Our curve is quite low to the ground. I'd like evasive creatures to make the game finish. Yeti Snow Slinger would be okay. We already got a couple 2s. We're not like super hard up on them. Wild Rider also like works with the double strike, but I don't like the 1/4 start. Hey, I'll take that second sight. And here we can pick up the Yeti Snow Slinger. Chemical Blast. I'll take a Backlash. I might play that in the main. Alright. I'm sorry, what is this? Oh. I've never seen this card in life. So it's a one-shot ultimate, you know. Wow. Sure. That lets us turn units later in the game into that, or turn them off. The guns. Oh, I get your guns on. I think that'd be okay. We have enough infiltrate that might be worthwhile. I don't want the spy. I don't care. Yeah, let's get your guns on. Meditation Trainer. It's the double battle skill thing. That actually might be good. Because anything with Berserk is double battle skill out the gate. Right? Like everything with Berserk. And so is Sky Snapper right out the gate. That could be, and same with Aerial Ace. That could be fine. Granite Acolyte, another one of these. Yeah, Berserk plus Reckless. It won't be +1/+1 until it attacks, but the moment it attacks, it's good. Jotun Cyclops, another Granite Acolyte if I want to be on the aggressor. I always like this Jotun Cyclops a lot, though. Let's get the Granite going. Hey. I don't think we want Gun Down. Do we want Wisdom? Because I already have 3 copies of Fiery Fissure. It's not like I need more. Yeah, that's really good. Do I need the draw? Do I need the kill? I don't think I want Pit Fight. Let's grab the draw. Lightning Strike versus Violent Gust. Seek Power, huh? Sure, I'll take a Seek Power for this. We might want the jump kick for our endgame, like, Berserk attacks. Not a huge fan of that card, but in, like, endgame Berserk attacks, it's really nice. Now, the sad part there is that we didn't see any copies of Clan Hero, which is the one I really wanted. Scattershot? That's, again, some more reach. Makes things worthwhile. Nothing else in here is really that big. Chamber. Welding Torch, that's fine. The Killer Yeti. War Painter's good too. Killer Yeti. Killer could be fine. War Painter is more like long game focused with the Dusk Raider, and I don't know if that's where we are. Frontier Bard, though, I think might be where we are. I love Frontier Bard. I'll take 1 Downpour. Darkstalker, that's always a nice one. Do we have cheap enough spells? We have a Seek Power, a Jump Kick, a Shiver, Second Sight, Downpour, Blast. Like, we might be able to get this Pyre to work. We also got the Scavenger, which is also really good. Trust the scavenger. Evasion is evasion. Another hotbot barbarian. Alright. So. Take everything out. We'll build our Skycrag deck and then see where it leads from there. They run in Charmer, Berserkers, Hammer. Don't like Trick Shot. Audacious Bandit. Caldera, couple Fiery Fissures. Dusk. I think I might play the Vines. Second Sight. So this is the initial build. We're just kind of going and putting everything I like in the deck. Then we're going to cut from there. Okay. So clearly we have a lot of things over here. I don't think Second Sight has any use in our deck immediately. Don't think Alchemical Blast is needed. Fine with Downpour. Backlash might also not be needed. The Jump Kick is here for like our Berserker turns or our finisher. I don't like the card very much, but its value goes up slightly when you're trying to go for like a combo kill. The Vines are something I'm considering as like a falter style effect for our deck. I think our deck is almost aggressive enough to want it. Also, I don't wonder if I actually want Shiver in here. Probably not. I think about it. Still at 33? Holy crap. Alright, let's get rid of... Snow Slinger's probably fine to have. I don't like Rabid Yeti. It's like an Alchemical Blast. I already don't have Alchemical Blast in here. Might not care about the Lightning Strike because we're trying to be on the aggressor, not the defensive side, and that's not a card that, like... It's fine. Hey, Dan. We're making cuts here to try to make this deck function. Now, what if I do this? And then... How much Night do I have in the deck? Okay, Darkstalker can go. Alright, we have a Seek Power, so 17's fine. We don't really have a lot of top end, so we want to be low. I don't believe we have any true fixing. Nope. Alright. Let's make it happen. Ah, Strider, 515. Born in the year 19,515. Hadn't thought too much about our influence, but... Damn, these are some influence requirements. So we play the fire in case we draw fire next turn, so we can play it. At least our opponent's gonna be...
Just keep moving.
Ah, dang. So, our opponent's in the same boat as us. The Skycrag aggro. So I'm going with the Snapper first. The idea there is that I can play the Bard next turn, and the Snapper will get in for 3. Get things done. This is definitely the aggro Crag. Well, that snowball's gonna answer our friend very quickly.
Our actions become legend.
So sorry, Snowball. So I think the snowball kill on that is like an obvious one in my mind. I ain't blocking that. I want my unit. 801 Strider. Okay. Interesting. Are they playing that just for the scout, or do they actually have a Shadow Splash? If they did have a Shadow Splash, what would it be? Alright, let's get in. Just gonna play that as a 3-3. Hey, Garlic. Yeah, we just started a second draft here. Okay, I'm wondering if that Shadow's just... Again, like, I would absolutely be playing Crests for you know, as new Benalia. Okay, sure as hell don't really care to trade here. Kind of want our opponent to go eggs in one basket.
The storm is upon you.
Wow. This is overall. No, that's not. Tap out for a 3-2 flyer is, well, there's not a lot there, is I guess what I'm thinking. Okay, if something really weird were to happen, we have possible lethal... What is this? Oh!
Your sword, Jito.
Okay, gonna take 7. What am I looking to top deck? If I took the hit, I'd go to 1. 10 points. Wouldn't be able to win from there. If I go to 4 instead, I'm on the defense. I was hoping for torrential downpour there. I block that. Go to... 1. Problem with Wisdom for Downpour is that leaves us 1 damage short now. Okay. Alright, I believe they take it from here. Yep. Yeah, the reason I didn't take the block is because I believed if we were going to win that game, we needed to have our full board rather than trading off our 3-4. I think the play looking back... No, again, our opponent did have that. Didn't we just play this friend? Winteros? They sound familiar to me. Anyway. Pretty sure we played this opponent tonight. That's a pretty good start.
You can feel them beneath the stone.
They have like an auric to trade off here? No, good. So we get to play this, attack in, infiltrate, make a 3-1, reckless with overwhelm, and power up. Perfect. Now we're the aggressor, pretty heavily.
That's quite enough.
Okay. Okay, I think that puts a stop to us for now. 4 cards in hand. They still don't have their Warcry card. We've got multiple,
The sandstorm builds.
Okay. I feel like they take 3 here. Most of their double blocking options don't look very good. They could make the double block like this. Then I guess we just off that flyer. It has overwhelm, so does a fair impression. That's a lot of packs. Pass on 5, huh?
This city.
So I want to play this out because it works fine with the Fiery Fissure. It has Reckless, so it has to attack, but the thought there was about letting our opponent draw a card. That's the fear I had there. Elder's Feather. Okay. Well, this actually looks real nice. Let's get in there for 5. Alright, fair trades. Okay, they get some war cries.
Together, we'll find the path.
Scary. Alright, now we've got a Reckless Flyer. Our berserkered Reckless Flyer. It's already reckless, so it'll just attack him for 6. Okay. Okay, opponent to 7, and we have 5 power and flying. This should be fine. Yeah, no blocks there. That's just because it's... Oh. And that's getting... What are they off color? I feel very bad for our opponent. I hope they have better games in the future, because being on 5 power and not being able to play a lot of their hands seems very poor for them. Torgov. Torgov wheel and deal. Bear in the background is ridiculous. Agreed. Like, just sort of there. It's got like a one of those barrels that you might see on those like Canadian dogs. St. Bernards? Is that what they're called? The ones that like you see with the barrels and like popular that's Benny Big Rolls. Oh. You know what? Let's wheel and deal. Okay, wow. Do you know warp cards just make you feel like a fool? Like, just all the time? St. Bernards are Swiss. Oh.
You've got a choice to make.
I'm so sorry, friend. Oof,
Watch me.
They were that far in that they were gonna go even more? Oh my god.
I must focus.
Okay, now we got the double battle skill, like her. Nah, I ain't blocking.
This city will burn.
I'm just gonna stun your next plays. Okay. No blocks.
Another flawless escape.
Eat steel.
Easy pickings.
Oh, one drop. Alright, and temper kills it. That downpour was so key. Goodness. Is Knight symmetrical? In its effect, yes, but the opponent gets the card first, which makes it less than symmetrical. I'm not a huge fan of it, of Knight in the abstract, but there are some good Knight cards. Like, again, inspiring Knight cards, like, kind of offset the balance. Okay. Massive respect on our opponent. Anybody who doesn't have that downpour on 2 loses on the spot, right? Like, absolutely no way you're coming back from that quick of a start, because they were also backed up by combat tricks. We can see pauses in their play. I feel like without either a thing like that or a defensible position like the 1/5 with endurance, things like that. All right. The bouquet of flowers. I'm okay on this. Ah, that's good. So we got Fire Sigil in case we draw into the double fire. Do they have a living example? They do.
We'll find the path.
Damn, 1 turn late. So this thing's a 2/2 now, so I can't temper it. A little sad, honestly. Alright.
Come forth! Come forth!
Huh. I suppose those are legal draws? Damn. So now they have lifesteal on every unit they draw, and +1/+1. And 3 colors? What? Alright. Sure. No attacks there seem suspicious.
Eat steel!
Alright, let's get the beatdown started. Yeah, double lifelink and +1/+1. Let's just hope that Fiery Fissure is enough. More? Your shadow is that much of a splash?
Choose your battles wisely.
Okay, that's almost irrelevant as far as, like, please, fix for, like, fire. I want to see fire fixing right there. Come on, fire. More shadow. Do you have a double shadow card? Ah, wait, why? What? Again, I guess that is a choice. I thought you were just going to kill my threat. Opponent's looking deader and deader by the minute. They are true 3-color. There is no splash. Impressive. Alright. That's fine. All right. So the trick here is I don't want them to trade. I want them to choose to take 4 damage. If they make the active choice to take 4 damage there, that's perfect. Okay. Killer Lifesteal is, I've never seen this card do anything. How much you have to bug fix that card for it to be good? Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
It's 3 plus 3. So I need to kill this or I lose the game. Alright. Let's accept that. We need to kill that or we lose, because they can just +3/+3 it, and then we die.
Silently.
Okay.
These markings.
So we go to 1. And then we win the game. For Flinger would, but it's 9 to do that. Yes, it will. That'll be the game. The problem is that that's only, like, it's 3 plus 6.
The corruption spreads.
Go to 1. Frog in the air. Bam! Frog to squirrel. Oh my god, I can't believe turn to frog to squirrel. Oof. What a powerful frog. Squirrel. That did not feel like a game we should have won. Yeah, the flying squirrel's naturally a 2/2. Look, it's a magical flying squirrel. Or maybe it's just a normal flying squirrel. And that's what makes it a 2/2. That was what I was counting on, Clockwork. Like, there's the point where I tempered the one of their Xenon Life Speakers. And I attacked him with my 2/4, knowing that they weren't going to trade with their Living Example. because they valued it so highly. Because if they did trade with Vet Living Example, I believe we were going to lose that game. Yeah. The Rockstar Cowboy. Not a hand I want for the Rockstar Cowboy. Let's try again. That's like the same hand, but I can't cast any cards in it. Thank you, the Rockstar Cowboy. If I draw a Fire Sigil, this hand's on, though. Perfect. Thank you, deck. Got a 2.
Let's cut you down.
Sure, something I can maybe kill later with,
You can feel them beneath the stone.
Tempers. Snake 2, Frog 2, Squirrel. Yeah, I'll take that hit. I don't think there's huge spark things on 3. Okay. That's like a card in the game of,
Your sword, Jito.
Yikes. Alright, let's just get moving. A treasure chest just wiggled and gave me 230 blue orbs. I don't know what the blue orbs are for. You just get orbs. And it's like, what are orbs? And it's like, I don't know, they're just orbs. It's like, okay. Alright, so that means they play, like, Warhammer on it. +3/+3 and, like, Warcry 3 and, like, put me out of the game. No, that's too high. Sorry, I'm thinking constructed. Shop that doesn't exist yet. Okay. That's kind of funny. I guess you just get orbs to get orbs. I'll take orbs for orbs.
On my signal!
Oh, that's actually a pretty reasonable play there. Lets them be aggressive. Okay. Like our defender here.
I must focus.
So Calderan Gunsmith is 4 damage and a decent body on the board. I want to Fiery Fissure this. Oh, well, there goes my 4/2. It's fine. So you get your Warcry. Leave this back for future. Do you have another into the furnace? I'd do it. Kind of need some primal to get to our Yeti. I also just want a 5th power to kill off the dang.
Eat steel.
Ah, heck. Oh, there goes my 2/1. That's tragic, as that doesn't do too terribly much. I believe we're getting beat down here. We're taking... Well, we can't take too much damage. So, obvious temper. Things are getting a little nasty right now. I believe I still lose this game, because I'm going to take 9 damage from this all-out. Eight damage from this all-out. Go to 2. And then... Ooh!
with honor.
And those are some good final cards. Really, you're not gonna all out there?
With this, you can't miss.
Blasted. Alright. The trick here was our inability to convert, like, our cards to the board. Our deck has some issues with influence costs. Something I guess I've noticed, but hadn't truly appreciated until the last couple games. We're missing like a Skycrag banner or two away from being fine with that. Anywho, on to the next one. Want to get some more berserkers going. Yeah. I built this deck for the berserkers, so... Ah, the crowd control overlay. I wonder if you could do that for cards. Eric, 9099, born in either of the year 1990 or 1999. It could be two people named Eric. Tragedy. Absolute tragedy. My God.
On my signal!
Alright. Yeah, the drafting Ouija board that you talked about. The Luigi board. Sure. Alright, we go with Iceberg. Good old Luigi board. Oh no, it's that hammer I talked about! What? Sure. Wow, and our opponent has grunted in for days. You got it, boss.
Die with honor.
Eat steel.
Alright, I feel like I should be good here. Assuming they don't play an Elder's Feather. Hey, it's there. I was doing math on if triple blocking was worthwhile, but even a triple block doesn't save us from that attack. Hyper murdered. That was my pause there. I was thinking about just doing the triple block and seeing if that had enough function to get there. Anyway, we got 3 and 3 with that one. That was the aggressor. Hey, I'll take the spin up. Alright. Let's open up some packs and call it a night. Those are some quick ones. That's fine by me. I think we got to see a little bit of a different side on that second one, which I was happy with. Copper conduit. Question, would playing Temper on your blocker cancel the attack when it swung anywhere? Because it had Overwhelm, it still would have dealt all 15 damage. If the unit did not have Overwhelm, it would block the attack effectively. So say they were attacking for 15 lifelink instead of 15 Overwhelm. Like, say they played the green tactic to give +3/+3 lifelink to try to win there. I could have tempered my own guy to prevent the lifelink, as long as it doesn't have Overwhelm. But Overwhelm will go over anyway. So, anyway, that's going to be all for tonight. Thank you all for joining. Hope you all had a fun time with this. And hope you're all having a good weekend time here. I think we'll get some more streaming in on Sunday. Tomorrow's a little booked. But Sunday's looking good, so. Yep, yeah, without Overwhelm, it would have, stopped the attack. But yeah, anyway, thank you all for joining. If you want to catch more of this, you can always follow, see when I go live, see when I'm going live with this, or La Milana on Mondays, or Dragon War Monsters 2 on Thursdays, or we're going to be starting up Final Fantasy 12 on Wednesdays, it looks like. Anyway, but if you follow, you can see when those are. If you subscribe, you get the cool skull, and maybe something else in the very near future. So, anyway, thank you all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.